Welcome back to JK Rants and Reviews. I'm John. This is Caleb. Today we'll be talking about the 2019 It Chapter 2.
It wasn't as bad in my opinion as the first chapter, but it wasn't much better. I enjoyed the first half of the movie. I really did. I think the pacing was pretty good. I liked the bounce back and forth between the adults and the children and the kind of play that Pennywise had. I really appreciated the human version of Pennywise. It was kind of interesting to see. I liked what he did with the old lady from the trailer. That was pretty good. The CG didn't seem as jarring until the final act, at least for me. Yeah, what'd you think?
Yeah, I think, like I said in our It spoiler review, I figured they were going to double down on CGI, and they did in this one. And for some reason, it's probably because Caleb was complaining about it, that for me, it really, it stuck out in the last one, but this one, it just was like a sore thumb. And a lot of the times, like when a CGI thing happens to a real person or around real items or whatever like that, it's not, this is real and this is CGI. It was all CGI, and the movie's so clean that I like that it's like artistic, but at the same time, it's so clean, it almost takes me out of the movie. But I do like that it's artistic. There is a lot of angles and shots and bleeding from scene to scene in this one, and I do like that. But at the same time, it did feel like it was trying to be more artsy than just trying to tell a good story.
I feel like there was a lot of passion behind it. I can see that. But at the same time, it really was. Like how clean it was, the CG just didn't fit the bill as well. Almost that, I don't know, there's something to an old grain style film, like 90s and prior, that when that CG cuts in, it's not as jarring.
Well, it almost adds like an extra layer of realism.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like everyday life isn't clean and pretty.
And another thing that takes away from these two It films for me, and a couple of people have said it, I didn't realize it until I heard it, is I was not scared, I was not anxious, I was not nervous during the films at all, either one of them. And that kind of takes me out of what's supposed to be a suspenseful or horror film, is if I don't have like even just a quick rise in my blood. Like, I got none of that from these two movies.
It's funny because we just did a review on Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, and a lot of that CGI felt very similar to It. And now, where that's okay, we're at PG-13, you're aiming for a more younger demographic. Mm-hmm. This, you're full rated R, people are dying and getting torn in half and stuff like that, and I feel like you should just bump up the CGI or the practical effects, because like we say, it does take you out of the movie when especially real items interact with CGI, and the CG is just really clean, and they cut down on the herky jerky, which is nice. It was scary in the first one, but
they did increase some of the like gross out scenes, which was kind of weird for the film that it is. I feel like there was a couple moments in there where it was like, and we're gonna make you turn away.
Right, but I think the first one had some magic because you didn't know what you were getting into. You only had the miniseries and the book to go off of. I mean, really, for live action, you only had the miniseries. So the first one, and it is kind of artsy, it is clean, it has a completely different look and feel, and music and acting and everything is different. So the first one I really liked because it kind of caught me off guard and it was something completely new. This is a lot of the same, turned up just a little bit. Just a little bit, and not always in the best way.
This probably will not hold up to home video as much as it will on the big screen. I would say go to theaters to see it if you have an interest in it. I was curious enough to actually go, and plus we had to review it. I would have went, even if we weren't doing this, and I would have griped about it then too. But yes, I would say if you want to go see it, go to theaters to see it. I mean, there's a drive-in by my house right now that's doing Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 back to back. if you've got a drive-in that's doing that, go support that small theater and do that. That's awesome.
That's
And
pretty sweet.
a unique experience, something you don't get to do every day. So yes, I would say go out to theaters.
I still haven't seen one. Yeah, I would say just to close the loop, to finish the story. I mean, the acting is still great. I mean, the storytelling is still really good. It's just I feel like there's 10% that you could have fixed that would have added 50% to the movie. And 3 hours is long.
It was a long movie. When we got out and we were talking for a minute, I looked at the time and I was like, wow.
Right.
And I didn't watch The Green Mile, so wow.
I saw Titanic in theaters like 3 times.
How?
Titanic is just, the acting's great, cinematography, everything is everything's a 10 in Titanic.
No.
Plus
And
Leo is amazing, and what's her
he
name?
could have lived.
He could have lived. Yeah,
There
they
was
proved
enough
it in
room.
Mythbusters, they proved it.
You didn't even need Mythbusters. You just need somebody with spatial recognition.
Right. So as always, guys, stick with us. We got some more good stuff coming your way. Make sure and like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get some more R&R. Till next time, JK out.
I want to watch Spawn now.
Just need another clown movie.
I just like The Violator more than Miss Pennywise.
So-
That's right. That's right. Sit on that.